Positive Mind Saturdays. I am your host, Positive B. White. This is the part two edition with my boy Augusta Foster. If you caught the first session, we talked about some various topics in mental wellness. We talked about legacy and leaders, the media companies. We talked about fatherhood. So now I want to go into a different lane. I want to talk the foundation. So let's talk about the foundation you started, why you started it, and what you plan to contribute to the community with the foundation.
So man, the foundation we started was it's named after my mother. Most people either Pamela Foster, Pamela Newsom, but those who knew her whole life knew Pamela Jones. We started the Pamela Jones Community and Education Foundation. This was rooted in everything my mother did. Our motto, or our whatever you would like to tag it as, is changing the world through community-based service. My mother's whole life, she was like a person of duty. So she spent over 30 years working nonprofits in LA. Recently, God rest his soul, Jesse Jackson. I say the world is small. I remember being 5 years old. There's a poster in my parents', there's a placard in my parents' attic signed by Jesse Jackson, along with a picture of like a young me, my mother, a couple of other people she worked with in space for, people who were advocates in the city of Los Angeles. Us with like Jesse Jackson in like 1990. So all of like her work, meeting Congress people, delegates and city, like just always efforting to bring equity and equality, like how earlier I talked about your respect. I respect your grind and like the fact that you're building and out to people. Like I see people like that. I'm like, man, you're doing the work. Like the Dr. John, the did conference coming up. Like you did that conference. Like that's somebody I went to her social media. She's doing the work. So I look at people like that, and, in them. Not saying I see my mother in them, but I'm like, these are people who y'all really want to change. So in all of the things that she did, all of her service and her duty, 30 plus years serving Los Angeles, Compton, Harbor Gateway, West LA, Watts, helping everything from homeless to veterans to backpacks. Somebody spoke on her behalf. They sent me a text message, and that was one of the things where I was like, I got to interview this person. But they sent me a text message like, I don't think you know me. You don't have my number saved. But your mother literally kept me out of prison. And I remember asking a person. I asked my auntie Myra, who's one of my mom's close friends, who is that? And she told me this was somebody who was on parole. They should have went back to prison. They dirt. Like we say, you're dirty alone, so snitch or tell nobody. And they were supposed to go back. And my mom wrote a letter on their behalf to somebody in the state. Gave them some community service hours, fully engaged. This dude's like a whole pastor. Nice. And he was like, your mother literally kept me out of prison. So seeing all that she did, I tell people a lot of times when somebody dies, it stops. Like Jesse Jackson just passed. There's gonna be people, he did a great job, and it dies with Jesse. So I didn't want that work and that effort to go when my mother went. So we started the foundation. And I immediately, the same way with everything else, started engaging in networking. One of my cousins runs the second largest nonprofit. Shout out Raphael Holloway. Shout out my cousin, CEO of Gateway Center. They do a lot of engaging work with homeless. He was the first person in my pocket to get the conversation. Was like, Auntie Pam supported me with this, boom, boom, all of that. Let me know what you need if you need anything. I went to luncheons, dinners, and he like, this my cousin. I'm gonna go to their event for homelessness for 5K. He gonna be like, "This my cousin," and he's gonna put me in places with people, counties to be like, "He doing this," and I'm grateful to have like that network. That's what we've done, man. In our first year of existence, we engaged with Gwinnett County schools to be able to provide some services for them. We partnered with an amazing nonprofit that does mental health for women and people on the faith-based side of mental health. We also partner with Black Men Heal to be able to help provide mental health services for Black men and men of color with partnership with them. We actively work within Covenant House, being able to provide them with services quarterly. And yeah, man, right now we're just looking to continue carry the legacy of my mom. Like she always had a mindset of you can help and be an aid to people. Do it. I'll, the best way for me to word it is, people say they're doing service. I really feel like if you really want to change the world, like go do something for somebody who can't do that for you.
Yeah, and then I think a lot of it is contribution-wise, you want to leave a mark. And obviously, I just hate when people don't get their flowers while they're living.
Yeah, man.
Because so many times people, they'll do the work, like you mentioned. They'll do the work, and then if something happens to them, then all this support comes in. Hey, man, my boy used to do this, man. I remember this. But when the person is living, they don't get that support. They don't get the community support. And then you fighting for that, and then something happens to you. Then you get the support, which is a lot of times why artists, when they pass, then now their music catalog.
Oh, so amazing. And it's like the appreciation wasn't there. They were there.
And I hate to see that. That's why I want to give people like yourself who are doing the work, doing things in the community, and give you a platform to be able to showcase what you're doing. And give you your flowers, brother.
I appreciate it, man. Well, I mean, I got to give you, like I said, man, in everything you've done, and I'll keep it. Y'all see the shirt, y'all see the brand. You see the shirt, you see the brand, you see what the feathers doing. Like you like, oh man, he got shirts. Like you said, man, this has been a decade. Yeah, this is you balancing the 9 to 5, balancing being a husband, being a father, having long nights, short hours, getting up, being understanding, like you really carrying. Like, I don't think people who know you in real life know. I said, this dude really carries that title. Like, it's hard to get him off his square. Like, because his mindset is constantly like I've seen him encourage the people around him who folk really needed the encouragement. I'm like, yeah, they say, yeah, man, I talked to people, man. He had a real dope perspective. I'm like that. Seeing that you're doing the work and creating these spaces for people to tell these stories, man, I'm glad you're able to see all of the growth, your success now, man. See that seed that you planted, and like the tree, and now the other people you putting on in branches. Man, this like I said, I'm running to people. They go, I don't know him, but I know B. White. I said it's a brand. I said people don't. I said, Lord Jesus, they don't even know this man government name. I was like, but the brand is strong, man. So I'm glad you're able, man, to see all, man, through CLA. I really am.
I appreciate that. So you mentioned Jesse Jackson earlier. Why do you think Jesse was such a big figure, especially here in Atlanta? I know he's done a lot of amazing things. What was one thing you mentioned you had a picture signed from him?
I'm about four. It's a poster from. We went up to the state capitol. No, we were in Los Angeles. We were in downtown LA, and he was in downtown LA. I can't remember what was occurring at the time. It was a bunch of activists and advocates and people who were community organizers, and he was there. And even that young, like me remembering that at big 40 years old, that's 30 plus years ago. But it was always everything I heard about him. And people who, this occurred. Everyone falls short. No one is perfect. Right. Nobody, we just trying to make that. Even in his imperfections, like there was so much weight more on the positives he did, the engagement that he did. There were a lot of people now in the world and an atmosphere of how people say, ambulance chasers and cloud chasers. I'm like, that man was down in the soil, really trying to do it. He really was, regardless of your political thoughts, that this was a man who you can say what you want, but was doing work. Like there are a lot of people talking, but he was actually rainbow push, him running for president. There were folk who I could have ran. No, that brother really did it. He went out, did grassroots fundraising, connected with people, and really ran. So I'm like, people like that, specifically in Atlanta, this is the Black Excellence capital. So even somebody like him, his name is going to ring bells because he was here doing it. Andrew Young just had a birthday. Andrew Young, man, shout out.
94.
Met him at a dinner at Goschalk. Yeah, some Atlanta like staple where they used to meet. there was a conference. I had a chance to meet him, shake his hand. I didn't know the man, literally didn't know the man from out. People was meeting him. I said, man, sir, I read a lot about you. He said, man, if you're here, you're doing good work. Keep doing good work. And I was like, legend. But people like Jesse.
Shout out to
yeah, man.
94 years old.
94. People like Jesse who now transitioned on. Like, he got it, but it's like, Andrew Young, for these other people who are still actively living, bro, like you said, they got to get there. We have to let them know you're appreciated now. Like, and the city needs to make sure these are people. Look, man, you're gonna get your street, you're gonna get your building, we're gonna build this high school, but we want you to recognize excellence, the standard you set now, why you can see it, because it's cool to do it when they're gone.
Yeah, and I like to. It's really, really refreshing to see. When you see your name on an airplane,
Bruh.
Andrew Young,
Bruh.
Vince Dooley,
Bruh. Name on a plane.
Yeah.
Like it
E. Woolman.
I went and read.
It's a big deal when your name is on the airplane.
I went and read and volunteered to read books. And they were like, you're going to Barack Obama Elementary. This man got a school.
Yeah.
I was like, you know how I said, bro, you have a school. I'm like, that's legacy.
Legacy.
That's legacy.
Shout out to Barack Obama. He's got a presidential museum in Chicago. I saw it on Twitter. It's up. I think it opens in. It's up. It's beautiful. So he has his presidential museum.
That's legacy, man. Enable, because at some point, again, regardless of how people feel politically, they'll go, why did he get a school? And if nothing else, man, like even us in here today, nothing happens. That's the start of conversation. Conversation becomes steps, processes, action. And next thing you know, now it's 120 years down the line, and they're like, yeah, man, we was over here off such and such street. Where you going? I gotta go read these books at the Positive Be White Academy.
It has a nice ring to it.
Positive, man, be like, whatever, man, we was over here at the Positive Be White Learning Center.
That has a nice ring to it.
Bruh, sit up somewhere, and they like, this brother got a center. Be like, you never know, man. But right here, man, is where it starts, man. Like, this is where it all works, man. So that everything we do for the foundation, man, it's like conversation, man. I want people to be able to smell their flowers. I want people to be able to go out and like volunteer and do the work. I love the work right now that we're doing. Like you said, with Jesse's boots on the ground. Like, there's everything we're doing is we were like, look, we're not United Way. No offense to United Way or Susan G. Komen. Like, every dollar you see, it's about to hit the streets. We on Cleveland Ave. No dollar.
Right.
We over here on Cleveland Ave feeding the homeless on Saturday. We over here with coffee, donuts, and prayer on a random Wednesday with your money. Because it's like this is how you actually do it. We're excited for what you.
Well, shout out to you, and I want to thank you for coming to Positive Mind Saturdays at 101 TKO Radio. Before we get out of here, I want to give you an opportunity to let everybody know where they can find you at, your social media pages, how they can get to the foundation, your websites, all the information they need to be able to contact you for business opportunities, book you for conferences, etc.
So look, man, you can find me at everything the way everybody addresses me by my full. I go by my full government name on all my socials. Augusta C. Foster. It's that on Facebook. It's that on Twitter. It's that on Instagram. From there, you can find everything else. You can find the Pamela Jones Community Education Foundation at pjcef.org. Donate right now. We're looking to get some stuff for the school year that's not quite here. Partner with schools and a couple of small Christian schools in Atlanta to be able to provide services and their teachers. Man Talk Monday podcast, Legacy and Leaders. Also, man, I know it's Atlanta. I'm gonna give y'all the perfect pose. This is our latest. We do notary. We do notary, resume, business services, and tax services. I'm not going to do like most of the tax people. They're like this with their arms folded. I'm not an arms folded tax person. You're not going to have to come and fight me in my office. I've been a tax professional for over 13 years. So we also do that, man, with Belmont 12 Consulting. And yeah, man, that's where you can find us on all the socials. And nothing else, man, you can find me sharing the space with my amazing folk right here, man. Positive BY. Please make sure that you go and you buy that, support the merch, support certified slab trappers, support. Shout out Marlon, World of Vision. Yeah, man.
Shout out Marlon.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Watts Boys, number else. Yeah, man. Support the brands, man. But I'm grateful, man. Thank you for letting me into the space, man.
Absolutely, brother.
Looking forward to everything in the future, man. And I'm not gonna let my kids see your daughter trapping. I got 5. They're not gonna see yours.
Hey, shout out to the fathers out there, dope fathers. Hey, we wrapped up another show, Positive Mind Saturdays, over here at 101 TKO Radio. Be sure to follow us on all social media, 101 TKO Radio on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube as well. Be sure to like and subscribe and follow me at Positive Be White on all your social media. And don't forget to follow Positive Mind Saturdays on IG. You're not being slammed.
It's a real account.
It's a real account. Be sure to follow Positive Mind Saturdays. Shout out to my boy Augusta Foster. Shout out to the president of 101 TKO Radio, Nelson in the building. We want to give a big shout out to him. And y'all be sure to catch up with us next week. We'll have another amazing show. Positive Mind Saturdays with your boy Positive Be White. I'll see you next Saturday. Peace.